What are things that people are ashamed of but shouldn't be ashamed of? Admitting you can't do something that others find really easy to do. No matter what you do, you will always find an expert who can do it better than you. Stephen Hawking was the only exception. Yeah, his cheek-to-voice speed was insane. Your taste in music. I always hear about people's secret genre that they like because they're too embarrassed and think they'll be judged. Lots of people do judge. But, duck those people. I hate when they associate your personality around your tastes. I listen to heavier stuff and people think I'm weird so they steer clear. Also, when I try and show someone a song I like, they'll dismiss it straight away because they can't understand the words. I listen to songs they recommend from their favorite bands and such, so I feel a little let down, because I've listened to some really bad songs because someone wanted to show me. Not being good at something that they just started to learn. I'm like that. Trying to learn the harmonica and I'm too embarrassed to practice when anyone else is around. Really daft. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes and comments. A few people below asking what resources I use. I've bought a Udemy course by Ben Hewlett which is good. Don't pay full price for Udemy courses, they are nearly always offers in sales. I've got a couple of books, Harmonica for Dummies and the excellent Rock and Blues Harmonica by John Gindick from 1982 bought for me as a gift by a friend. It has a long list of commercially released albums and which key each track is so you can try and play along with them. Also YouTube videos, there are loads. What I really need to do now is start practicing. Wearing hand-me-down clothes that don't fit quite right because they can't afford anything new. I only have a few t-shirts for going out and my friends notice I'm always wearing the same thing. I'm the woman and the whole buy a new outfit for going out thing got old fast. I like this shirt, and I'm going to get my money worth. Exercising around other people. It's easy to feel ashamed of your own weight, strength, etc. when exercising around others that already have the body image you're striving for. Someone running a marathon is going to be breathing heavy at the end, even though their pace at that point likely looks like a light jog. The people around you don't know how long you've been exercising. Also, anyone who judges you for not yet being great at something that you're in the process of improving isn't someone whose judgment matters. I know don't pay attention to it is sometimes easier said than done, but I try to keep this in mind. Admit that they failed. Everyone has failed in their life at least once. Nobody is perfect and you don't need to be ashamed of. It's human. Walking into a store and not buying anything. It's because I feel like people there think I'm stealing something. I look young for my age, and I don't dress exceptionally well or wear makeup, so I feel like people see me and think delinquent thief. If I don't buy anything, I used to use this for my advantage. I would always get my trench coat when going to buy something that I would need help with. Bam! Instant customer service at Best Buy. Receiving help from others. We are, many of us, generous and always ready to help. But we have a hard time being on the receiving end. My family made me feel horrible when asking for help growing up. They'd literally call me a dumbass. Stupid, asking dumb questions, how about you pay attention in class? Attention seeking, and just straight up insult me for even thinking I needed help. Sometimes they wouldn't even answer me verbally, they'd just roll their eyes or sigh or shake their heads and ignore me. I literally was treated like an idiot for asking questions and asking for help. And I was a child. I'm 23 now and still struggle with asking questions or for help when I need it. It's yet another cycle I'm going to break, hurting children simply for being curious children and asking for help or asking questions. There's no reason why they had to hurt me simply for asking for help with my math homework. The only excuse I can come up with is their pride not allowing them to say they can't help me because they didn't understand it themselves. Not knowing something. People shouldn't shame others for their lack of knowledge. Absolutely no one knows everything. Looking at you, Reddit. For real. You can post a thesis-level essay on a topic you know everything about, but you mess up 1-minute detail and it's 50 people telling you you're an idiot. I read about this in another r/Askreddit post, but apparently people who are choking on food don't like to admit this. For example, in a restaurant, when a person notices they are choking on the food, they just go to the bathroom and try to survive on their own, and actually quite many people die because of this. When I was with my friends celebrating the one's birthday, I choked at a pizza place and her mom had to give me the Heimlich and it caused me to vomit on the table. I ran to the bathroom and cried in there for 30 minutes until my friends came in to check up on me. Blemishes and pimples that no one notices but themselves, until you get that one bad person that asked what happened to your face, like he doesn't already know. A disability. I'm epileptic. I've got no personal issues with it except for the obvious. People seem to act differently when hearing it though, and that can suck. I had broke a molar one time a few years back and couldn't find a dentist willing to do the work to fix it, as I had 5 or 6 seizures one day supposedly caused by dental work years ago. It took nearly 2 years of living with a broken molar and a bit of a breakdown to the receptionist for anything to happen. Bosses and co-workers seem to act differently too, but usually with the intent to come of more caring etc. usually makes things awkward. A kid in my daughter's class has epilepsy. The first time his mom dropped him off at our house for a birthday party, she gave us almost a disclaimer about his epilepsy and told us he hadn't had a seizure in a long time. She also said some parents feel uncomfortable having him at their houses because of his epilepsy. I felt bad that the kid has possibly not been included in fun events with his friends in the past because of something completely out of his control. Yeah, I wasn't allowed over to most of my friends' houses because the parents were terrified, which is understandable as an adult, but when you're a kid, you feel like a total freak. Using the bathroom at someone's house or a public place. It shouldn't be embarrassing at all, just do what you need to do. I've seen people make themselves miserable just to avoid using the bathroom. I was never embarrassed to go to the bathroom at someone's house, until sometime in junior high I had to go at a friend's house and dropped a deuce. Didn't think anything of it. I had a big family and nobody ever cared if you left the bathroom stinky because it's just a fact of life, especially if 8 people are sharing the same bathroom in one house. Well, a few minutes later, her mom walks into the bathroom and makes a huge deal about how stinky it was in there and how you should spray perfume as a courtesy and yada yada. I'm sure she thought it was one of her kids and didn't mean to be malicious. But yeah. I've never pooped at someone's house again unless I can confirm they have air freshener and the bathroom is far away from where people are congregated. My aunt did this to me once when I was a kid in front of everyone, and it's the reason I get nervous to go at people's houses now. That's why even if I go in after someone now and it smells, I just don't say anything in an effort not to embarrass them. Like, come on, everyone does it. Leave people alone, lol. I just want you both to know if you ever visit my home you can leave whatever odor you want. I want my home to be a pooper's paradise. You're accepted here. Their laugh. It's so sad when someone hates their own laugh. Yuck yuck yuck. Beautiful. Liking absolutely anything that they like. Flowers, wrestling, kung fu movies, cooking, collecting toilet seats, avocado toast, Bud Light, Michael Bay movies, crying, handlebar mustaches, hairy men, floppy boobs, podcasts, fried chicken, exercise, heavy metal, scallions, The Irishman. Just like what you like and own it. Their own artwork. People don't just pick up a paintbrush and start painting masterpieces. Everyone's art starts out rough. The only reason someone isn't very good is because they just haven't had the practice to refine their work. Working low-wage jobs. No one should feel bad for what they do, we all just trying to get by. Thank you for this. Yesterday someone talked down to me about how much I make. I was bummed about it all day. Having hair somewhere or not having hair somewhere. Just shaved my balding head today. Trying to wear it proud. When students who generally care about their education fail a class. I know it's tough, and it makes you feel worthless. But, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Sometimes things just happen the way they do. It doesn't mean you are dumb or are unable to succeed. Some classes also seriously seem to set people up for failure. Requiring a lot of information, little/no teacher assistance, and God do I hate classes requiring group work that's huge on your grade. Being lazy after a hard day of work. We've all been there, had a super hard day. Get home, house needs cleaned, dinner needs made. Instead we order a pizza and chill. Because we deserve it once in a while. Not once in a while, often. That's not lazy, that's called rest. Thanks for watching. Please, feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.